This would normally be the point in which I would turn to Elijah to do a "What? Mass is over" tune, but before we do that, I have some very important news.
Is it that we're finally replacing the handle in the genderless, handicapable extra room in the family bathroom?
Is this news about something important, Pastor?
This week, I will be meeting my boyfriend Desmond's parents for the first time.
That's the news! I almost died in Korean restaurant last week, and that's more newsworthy than this.
A Korean restaurant? I thought you almost died in the Korean War.
Oh, no shit. Last week, we went to a Korean restaurant, which probably wasn't the smartest move on our part. And James threatened the server, and then the management tased James.
I was on fire from that taser!
The Korean kimchi stew was also on fire.
Please wish me well as I meet Desmond's parents.
Nobody wished me well when I competed in that swimming competition.
Samantha, that wasn't a swimming competition. You were trying to see how many guys' pants you could swim into.
Still, there was no support for that.
Well, how many guys' pants did you swim into?
None.
Thank you for all the support as I go to meet my boyfriend Desmond's parents.
Support? Was one of us being supportive?
I know it wasn't me. I was busy glaring over at Denise and Garfield.
The latest season around here revolves around the same jokes.
You're right, Agnes. Because you're a joke, and we've all been revolving around you way too much.
Pastor Elijah made the church non-denominational made of birch.
They hired Liv, a new secretary, after the old one stole money unfairly.
Caroline volunteers, Marcy runs the choir. Jonathan doesn't work, yet he's still hired.
There's no judgment at the non-denominational. Some say things around here get inspirational.
Sharon, could you pass me that ruler?
I can't believe this!
Can't believe what? Is that weirdo flasher outside again?
Oh, I can't afford to be flashed again. It'll lose 2 years on my life.
So you'd be 112?
It's not the flasher. We haven't seen him in days, and I wouldn't act like this if I had seen him. It's just terrible.
So what's the issue?
It's so horrible. I don't even know where to begin.
You look like you might faint.
So then, Sharon, why aren't you offering me a chair or a hot tea?
I said you look like you're gonna faint. I didn't say let me help you.
Oh, please tell me, Jonathan, that they didn't cancel the 4th hour of the Today Show.
Carol Ann, girl, why would they cancel that show?
Well, you never know. They cancel really bad shows all the time. I'm sorry. Did I not just come in here with some bad news?
Well, are you going to tell us what the bad news is, Jonathan?
My boyfriend, Silver, broke up with me.
Well, then he's no longer your boyfriend, sweetie. That would technically be your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, Jonathan, I'm so sorry. What happened? Did he realize that you're kind of annoying?
Did Silver realize he's not in prison anymore and he can have any boy he wants?
Well, I'm sure you know all about dating in prison, Sharon.
That joke stopped being fresh like a long time ago.
Liv, I just got broken up with, and your concern is that I'm not being witty enough?
Was Jonathan ever witty?
Oh, I think Jonathan has a lot of whips and snaps. Keeping you guys on track is harder than convincing Selena Gomez to stick to acting.
Okay, well, what happened?
Oh, did Silver break up with you in person, or did he text you?
If I were dating Jonathan, I'd dump his ass over text.
Did Silver dump you because you guys were having bad relations?
Girl, you know I bring it in the bedroom.
I don't know that. I know you've claimed that.
Did Silver dump you because he realized that even drug dealers deserve better?
Then what do kleptos like you, Sharon, deserve? I mean, come on, seriously. Oh, tell us what happened, Jonathan, please. Well, I was over at Silver's place this morning making him breakfast, and then after he ate my breakfast...
This is literal breakfast, not like you telling us about your butt is breakfast, right?
I made him creme fraiche over 2 buns.
Again, do you mean food?
Silver then told me that while he was having fun with me, he didn't see any longevity, and so Silver wanted to end things. Oh, wow, that's tough news. What did you say to him? I didn't even know what to say, so I just tossed the dishes to the floor.
Ooh, dramatic. Broken glass everywhere.
Well, Silver doesn't like to clean dishes, so it was a paper plate and it didn't break. But the effect was there, I tell you. Oh, and then what happened? I grabbed my things and I stormed out of there.
Good for you, Jonathan.
Silver is a bad man.
We already knew this. The man was in jail for dealing heroin.
It was only crack, Sharon. The same type of crack that you serve when you bend over to reach the power strip.
Well, Jonathan, I want you to download Tinder and hit the books.
Don't you worry, I'm already seeing 2 men, but it's still hard. Oh, the devil works hard, but Jonathan works harder. The key word there is hard.
Good morning, everyone. Do we have any news?
Good morning, Charlene. It's just that I'm single, so if you know if anyone's looking, let me know.
I'm busy being a single foster parent. I don't get out much.
Yes, of course, Charlene, the plants come first. But what about my seeds?
It's quite hard to raise plants these days.
Oh? Why's that?
It's just demanding work, providing them shelter, food, water, attention.
Truly riveting work, I imagine.
Anyway, I need to see the pastor. Is she in?
Unfortunately, the pastor is out all day to have dinner with her boyfriend.
Oh,
Desmond.
Desmond!
And her boyfriend.
Oh, Desmond's
Parents.
Why on earth does she need all day for that?
I believe, to quote Pastor Jamie herself, to prepare for the grueling task of meeting Desmond's parents for the first time.
Well, who's going to look over these budgets?
Oh, well, Elijah's technically the co-president of SCONE. He just doesn't like to handle these things.
Hold on, I can get him. But he's on vocal rest following his performance at the Regional District Multi-Faith Singing Competition, so...
Well, someone in charge needs to handle these papers.
Calm down, Charlene. Don't be a prickly cactus over this. Really? It's funny, because she raises plants. Well, you can all suck it. You're not funny either. Elijah, could you come join everyone down here? I'm sorry? Elijah, I know you're on vocal rest, but please work with me on this. Can you please come down here?
I will come down.
All right, we'll see you in a few.
Did someone need me?
Yes. Can you approve these financial papers?
Well, can't the pastor do that?
No, the pastor has taken the entire day off for a dinner.
With Desmond. Oh, yes! Well, I suppose I can handle this, but what am I handling exactly?
Just a financial overview of the next quarter.
But why don't we just wait for the pastor?
I need these handled today.
Well, tomorrow's always a new today. That's what I say.
That's a terrible saying.
Charlene, we appreciate you a lot around here.
Appreciation is sometimes not enough. Sometimes I just need you to approve these papers.
I understand you're upset, Charlene, but yelling at Elijah isn't going to work.
I can't handle this job anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to put on some music while I sort through the mail.
Charlene, what are you saying?
I thought this part-time job would be perfect. Work a little, raise some money for all the foster plants I'm taking care of. Instead, I deal with a ton of crazy people.
Oh my, Carol Ann, I think she's talking about you.
No, Jonathan, I'm talking about you.
Charlene, I just broke up with my boyfriend. Jesus!
It's about time your boyfriend sprung himself from prison.
Well, Silver's actually been out of prison for a while. Oh, she meant the prison that is you, Jonathan. Ouch.
I'm over the pastor. I'm over you and your vocal rest too, Elijah.
What did I do?
Nothing. That's what you did. Here are the papers, Elijah. Handle them if you're man enough.
We don't like to assume gender.
You can send my last paycheck to my address and send condolences to my gorgeous fat ass.
It would be that dramatic to slam the door like that.
You did that? Like 5 minutes ago?
Well, yes, Liv, because my boyfriend broke up with me.
Well, here we are, at the driveway to my parents' house.
The driveway to the house is paved with good intentions.
And your good intentions of meeting my parents. It's flattering.
Stop it. I don't want to blush. I'll look like a tomato.
A sexy tomato.
Stop.
Oh, I'm serious. You are one sexy tomato.
Well, you better get this tomato inside your parents' house before I turn into a sauce right here in the car.
Oh, well, please don't. I just redid the upholstery.
No worries. I'm wearing extra padded underwear just in case.
know there's a lot of paperwork to do, but if you just get to it, Jonathan, we'll be out of here before 5 in the morning, I'm afraid.
Liv, first my boyfriend leaves me, and now I have to do the bookkeeper's job. Why did you just blow up like that? I haven't seen someone blow like that since last Friday night.
I'll have to ask her therapy plans if I ever run into any at the Greenhouse Orphanage.
Okay, finally we can talk about the foster parent plants thing. That was weird. I mean, I'd love to foster plants. Nobody's ever asked me to do that, but ew.
Could you really be trusted to take care of a plant?
Yeah, of course I could be.
Then care to explain why 3 cactuses died under your care in this office?
That's not my fault. No one told me that I was in charge of them, Liv.
They were on your desk.
So have a lot of other things been on my desk. Liv, it has been a long day. Silver broke up with me, and you're yelling at me over 3 cactuses that who the cares about them except for Charlene's foster plant ass, and there's all this work to do. I hate numbers.
It wasn't just any 3 cactuses. They were Joey, Jojo, and Joe. Wait, but you're right. Why don't we go to Starbucks? I'll buy if you drive.
You know there's nothing that cheers a gay man up more than a trip to Starbucks, Liv.
Mom, Dad, meet my girlfriend, Pastor Jamie Lowell Day Smithick.
Call me Desmond's dad.
And call me Desmond's mom. It's easier that way, I think.
It's great to meet you, Desmond's dad and Desmond's mom.
Please come in. We were just playing some Connect 4 while waiting for the roast to finish up.
Desmond, your father, Desmond's dad here, had me, Desmond's mom, on the run in this Connect 4 twosome. Desmond, I almost said, Desmond's dad, how can you beat me? Desmond's mom, your wife, in this house, co-owned by Desmond's dad and Desmond's mom, especially before Desmond and Desmond's girlfriend came over for dinner.
Wow, that's a lot happening.
Desmond's mom got her dramatic side from her degree in theater. She's currently performing in the community center's production of Macbeth.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Sweetie, that's the wrong play. You're quoting from Hamlet.
Why, Desmond's dad is right. Last semester, students Yvonne, Arnold, Kevon, and Nelson and I did Hamlet. We rested every second before doing Macbeth, wrestling with whether we were threatened by exhaustion before continuing into Hamlet.
Well, both are great plays. I heard Desmond's mom made her homemade special peanut butter pie.
Oh, did she ever. She added a chocolate graham cracker crust, too.
I was a bit bad down at the store picking out chocolate graham cracker.
Don't get me started on deviousness. We have a lot of troublesome teens at our church.
Oh, dear.
What? What is it?
I imagine you didn't know this, and it's probably hard to tune into it considering there's only 20 photos of our other son, Wesbin, on the wall over there.
Desmond's brother was arrested at that age of 17 after he decided to steal some condoms.
Why couldn't he have just gone down to Planned Parenthood? Don't they just give out free condoms like abortions down there?
He couldn't, Dad. Back then, there were no Planned Parenthoods.
Then in jail, Wesman went down a dark path. We haven't spoken to our son since he became a leader of the prison gang.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. We just don't talk about the devious, troublesome teens or condoms in this house.
It would kill me if I found out anyone in this room uses condoms.
No worries, we're all good on that issue.
Oh, perfect. There's the Starbucks.
Yep.
Oh, and now we're passing it.
Yep.
And now we're seeing Starbucks fade away in the background.
Yep.
Jonathan, what's going on? It's not like you to ignore a Starbucks. Did a barista rebuke your advances at that location?
No. Okay, Liv, listen. I had a really crazy idea.
That doesn't sound good.
No. It's a really good, crazy idea.
Last time someone wrote me into a really good, crazy idea, I ended up sorting canned goods in the conference room for 4 hours.
Okay, that wasn't my really good, crazy idea. That was Pastor's.
Okay, well, what's your plan?
Okay, if I tell you my plan, you're not gonna, let me go through with it. So, I don't know.
Jonathan, I get that you're upset that Silver dumped you. I totally get the mood swings you're going through, but can we just get Starbucks and go back to the office, please?
Okay, we could get Starbucks after we do my really good crazy idea.
With that evil cackle, you can buy your own Starbucks, mister.
Desmond's mom, this roast is lovely.
Thank you. The secret is brown sugar.
Wow, it's as sweet as Desmond. That's what I can attest to.
Pastor Jamie. Can I call you Jamie?
Absolutely. Call me Pastor.
Pastor, how did you and Desmond meet?
Well, I know him through the firm. Backstrom, Amari, D'Angelo, Whitmore, Whiteson, Whittleson, Wickstrom, and Wiley.
Oh, you're a client?
Well, my church parishioners are always getting into trouble with the law. I'm glad to say that Desmond is now our church lawyer.
What kind of church do you run then, Pastor?
It's a non-denominational church, so we have all sorts of conflicts and battles.
Oh, dear.
What? What did I say?
I had a battle. A conflict, sort of say, on my own. I battled breast cancer and fought it off for years. I'm fully cancer-free now. But I never forget the struggle, the pain, the trauma, the battle.
I'm so sorry, Desmond's mom. Desmond didn't tell me that you had battled breast cancer.
It's not something I'd usually tell you over a roast or meeting you for the first time.
I understand. I'm sorry for bringing that topic up.
Well, who wants some more of the scooped melon salad?
Jonathan, what are we doing at this police station?
Relax, Liv. You're just here to observe.
But what are you going to do?
Hi, front desk attendant. Is Officer Patrick and Officer Michelle in? I'd love to report a crime.
Report a crime?
Yeah, can you wait right here?
I get this over committed a crime of love, but you can't report boys. Well, I suppose if you send screenshots to a Twitter account bent on showcasing love crimes and boys, but...
Oh, no, Liv. This isn't something as cheesy and uninspired like a show on the CW. I'm going to sick the cops on Silver.
For what? Breaking up with you after you made his breakfast?
Just watch and see.
That's right. We heard you had a crime to tell us.
Absolutely. Now take me to your office.
We're actually not privileged to have an office yet.
That's right, but we can take you to an interrogation room.
One time a guy told me that he was going to take me to his interrogation room, and it turned out to be a sex dungeon. I still went, but...
Desmond, did you tell Pastor Jamie about how you used to be a debate champion back in high school?
Oh, of course not, Mom. I was a total nerd back then.
Back then? You're still a nerd.
Desmond was such a great debater. We used to have a nickname for him, Desmond the Debater.
It wasn't that good of a nickname. I mean, pretty easy if you ask me.
Well, back in high school, I had a nickname. They used to call me Old Hippie. Oh,
I think I have to leave the table.
It's not your fault. Damn it.
What's going on?
This one's on me.
Where did that large Cuban cigar come from?
It was the summer of '93, Detroit. I was there for a work trip. You know, the kind that comes with a hotel and an airplane.
Don't all work trips involve a hotel and an airplane?
There was an off-the-strip dive bar with loud music, and there was a stripper.
So an off-the-strip strip club?
I paid the stripper some money for some lovin'. No, not sex. At least not then. It was just a couple of dances, but she was lonely. I was in a bad place. She kept saying, Desmond's dad. I'm an old hippie, and I just want to leave this town.
She kept calling you Desmond's dad?
No, she called him by his real name.
Which is...
Well, he's also a Desmond.
Next thing I know, we were back at my hotel. The strippers pushed me onto the bed. Forensic Files was playing in the background. The ice bucket was sitting there, melty and such.
So you had an affair with a stripper who referred to herself as an old hippie?
Unfortunately, I did. And now, dinner is canceled.
Well, we already ate. Nice meeting you, Desmond's dad.
All right, Dad. Jamie and I are going now. Hey, want to explain what that was all about?
What do you mean? I didn't know about your brother's arrest, or your mother's cancer, or your father's adultery. And no offense, a stranger using commonplace words shouldn't bring up bad memories.
Commonplace words like troublesome, battles, hippie.
You called me a hippie who loves troubles and battles just the other day.
I'm not upset with you.
It seems like you are.
Just, it's fine.
It doesn't seem fine.
Can I just turn on the radio?
Okay.
So tell us what crime you're reporting, Jonathan.
That's right, and make it snappy. We have plenty of real police officer work to do.
You guys are rookies. I doubt you're handling tough cases.
Well, without us, who's going to solve the missing bathroom tile at the Chili's next door?
Officer Michelle, Officer Patrick, or whatever your real names are, I can't remember. Listen up. I'm about to tell you all about my ex-boyfriend, Silver.
Wait a right minute. The same Silver from when we helped SCONE educate prisoners?
Exactly!
That's weird. Did Silver not realize he could keep his options open?
Anyway, I think Silver has been selling drugs again, and you should go break into his house, beat him up a bit, and arrest him.
Well, Jonathan, do you have any evidence?
Well, my word, of course. Isn't that enough evidence?
Word alone was enough to convict a lot of people back when this police department kept putting away innocent people. But now we like to have evidence, and we like to try not to put innocent people away, unless they deserve it, of course.
But I'm the evidence. I'm a witness.
That's right, a witness to the reformation of the police station. You got nada, Jonathan.
Well, what if I said Silver was selling marijuana?
Well, that's legal.
But what if I said Silver was selling crack?
If it's small doses, that's not so bad.
Well, what if I said Silver was selling heroin?
Well, instead of the law of the courts, the law of rehabilitative medicine should intervene.
I thought you guys were the anti-drug people since you belong to the Truth program.
Well, the truth is that we're not against drugs, really.
We just don't like when drug use mingles with crime.
This is ridiculous. Jonathan, can we go?
Well, what if I told you that my ex-boyfriend Silver, he's littering?
Well, that is outrageous.
Not on our watch. 1 second, Jonathan. We're going to grab the paperwork to handle this.
Can you believe this Silver perp? Big man thinks he can just litter all in our city, dropping his coffee cups on the ground like he's an Angelina Jolie on a movie set.
I can't wait to tase him.
Jonathan, I think I've said this a few times, but I understand your pain.
You do, Liv? Wait, when was the last time you were on a date?
It was quite recent.
2 years ago might be recent if we were talking about the Olympics, not your dating life.
Listen, you want revenge. I get that. I'm a spiteful person, too.
I thought this is the point where you try and convince me with some, good advice, not tell me facts that I already knew.
Well, I'm trying. Oh, jeez, it's Elijah. Probably wondering where we are since I promised him I'd bring back his tea.
Oh my god, not one of those weird Elijah teas with syrups and sugars and sweeteners and honey and lemons and half the spice rack.
Elijah! I'm sorry we got distracted. You need to speak up.
I ordered my mobile tea 20 minutes ago. It's probably ice cold by now.
We got caught up at the police station.
Liv, I told you to stop taking drugs.
Elijah! That's not why we are here at the police station.
Besides, Officer Patrick and Michelle are super cool about drugs now, apparently. Convenient.
Well, can you please give me my tea?
I will! Can you just stop talking so weirdly?
I'm on vocal rest.
Well, then let's put you on vocal rest.
Well, that was sassy.
My point is that by framing Silver for all of this makes no sense. How does that really help you heal besides in the moment? Just slowly and surely grab the pieces of your heart and move on. And I know you. Today will be hard, and so might tomorrow, but soon the regular Jonathan will be back and better than ever.
I suppose you're right. I'm just a bit fragile right now. It's been a while since I had a relationship, and I thought everything was going well, but instead I got blindsided today.
Did you actually see yourself with Silver, for the long game?
I don't know. Maybe, I guess. Coming here, it was kind of stupid. Except since leaving prison, Silver's been on his best behavior. No drugs, except for me, if you count me as a drug.
I do, actually, since you come with a hurricane of consequences, just like drugs do.
And Silver has been changing. He and that little business he started in the basement of the church hall. Oh, do you think Silver will keep the business going in SCONE's church hall? I mean, it's kind of awkward because if Silver's coming around SCONE because of his business in the SCONE basement, ugh.
I suppose so. I mean, we kind of need the money, and I also need the money. By renting that space out, Silver actually helps pay my income.
Shame. Silver won't actually be paying my income anymore.
I knew this interrogation room would come in handy. We get to use the trick mirror to spy on these two hooligans.
That's right. What a great investment for the police station.
What do you think, Officer Michelle? Do you think Silver's drug dealing from this little basement room he has in the SCONE Church Hall?
I think it's more likely than the two of us not receiving a promotion from this plan we came up with.
I know this is truly a great plan. We'll rise among the ranks here at the police station.
That's right. Going from interns of the Truth programs to officers and now detectives? That's right.
Non-Denominational Season 2 was executively written and produced by Matt Hribar and Blaze Pratt. Leave a 5-star rating and a comment rating if possible. Non-Denominational Sitcom Podcast was co-created by Matthew Hribar, Blaze Pratt, Karyn Adams, and Kelsey Shawgo. Music and sound effects collected from freesound.org, audionautics.com, and some originals by Matthew Hribar. Thank you to our regular cast of voices this season, which included Karen Jones, Annaliese Hribar, Paul Laux, Jessica Lockhart, Emily Terry, Reggie Pratt, Joanna Malson, Julia Adams, Amy Adams, Kyle Pratt, Andy McGee, Jordan Ewell, Michelle Morgan, Maria Cross, Dennis Baker, River Onwundinjo, John Toth, Scott Terranova, and others who contributed. Check out the website for more information at www.nondenominationalpodcasts.weebly.com or check us out on Instagram at non-denominational SCONE. Until next time.